Joshua may not have gone on the battlefield, but he's still fighting a battle, keeping us safe. So this to me was always, like, I'm thinking.
As a mother and a third-grade teacher, Elizabeth John knew her firstborn was up to something.
He was always asking questions. He always wanted to know why and how things worked.
I thought different. A lot of things I thought about and think about were always things like, and a lot of my classmates never understood it too. They're like, how come, why do you think those things? I said, I don't know, it's like just something that pops in my head.
Growing up on the Navajo Nation in Shiprock, New Mexico, Joshua John went quietly through school until one day he decided to go to military college.
It was a challenge because growing up, I wasn't the most athletic. I was more of like a book, I could say, nerd.
I was kind of surprised, it's kind of rough over there, to do that kind of discipline.
A 2-year junior college, New Mexico Military Institute, is a boarding school where students are cadets.
My mother kind of was surprised. She was saying, so why do you want to go there? You know they're going to yell at you.
I went to a boarding school, and it was just like, being in the military. You're told what to do. Strict.
The discipline and attention to detail that are part of the 100-year-old school woke up something in John.
I just wanted to challenge myself and prove everybody, like, hey, I'm not as weak as you think I am.
It really did change him. He was more outspoken, he was able to voice his opinions, and he was strong in that.
It all made for an easier transition to studying physics at Northern Arizona University, where one day John joined a group of students visiting Raytheon Corporation.
So Joshua is one of the very solid, very quiet, supporting, but very brilliant test engineers that we have. Very smart, very creative, develops new ideas and tools and ways of doing things.
John works with teams testing such missile defense systems as rockets intended to intercept enemy missiles armed with nuclear warheads.
See the rocket or missile fly off and knowing that you're a part of a piece of this huge effort.
Recently, John earned a master's degree in systems engineering at Johns Hopkins University.
Physics just told me, like, this is how fast it's moving, the actual science behind the technical part. But to put it all together, from building a product from beginning, from an idea all the way till you start producing it, that's what system engineering brought into it.
We do work in a high-stress environment, very fast-paced. Josh has the personality that allows him to not only work in that type of environment, but thrive in it.
That may have been another lesson from military school, which may have changed John, but did not change who he is as a Navajo.
I know who I am because I know my clans. I know this is who I came from. My roots go back to the Bitani clan. There's my mom with her.
Joshua John is inspired by family, a sheep-herding grandmother who was an instinctive meteorologist and a World War II veteran grandfather. He regularly shares his story with younger Native American students.
A lot of what connects Joshua to the students that we were working with was definitely his background as Native, and just the fact that, he has a lot of similar experiences. Many of them come from reservations, and he was from that similar area, so he could tell a lot of stories about life out at Shiprock, and there were people from Shiprock who would come.
It's great to have people who are a part of Raytheon, who are mentors, and also have gone through that rigor of those STEM fields to be able to support the students in that way.
Joshua John encourages them to take on challenges and reach for their dreams. 2 of his are to go to space and continue blazing a trail for more Navajo engineers to come.
Especially my nephew, Zephyr. We tell him, you probably could be the next one. He said, maybe you're the one that's going to go into space. So I'm just setting the pathway. This is how we get there.